Grade NASA scientists, yesterday we started to explore our seventh planet, which is Uranus. And we created this three-column note-taking sheet where we said Uranus is the seventh planet, it is a gas giant, and it is the color blue. And we know that Uranus has strong winds, and those winds blow to create bands on the planet, and that methane gas makes the planet Uranus look blue, and it has rings made of ice and dust. We also know that it can spin on its side, so instead of a vertical axis like all the other planets, it has a horizontal axis from side to side. And so before we do a fun song today about Uranus, I have on here, we have from NASA, we have a page all about Uranus where we can find some really fast facts about it. And so you can come on here and explore any of the planets, and it's really fun because it has exactly its metrics like to the time. So this is the distance it is from sun, one way light time from the sun, the length of the year, and then the planet type, an ice giant and a gas giant. And so it says that Uranus was the first planet found with the aid of a telescope. So before telescopes were invented, no one knew Uranus was there because they couldn't see without the help of a device to make things far away look closer. Uranus was discovered in 1781 by the astronomer William Herschel, although he originally thought it was either a comet or a star. That's interesting. It was 2 years later that the object was universally accepted as a new planet, in part because of the observations by astronomer Johann Elert Bode. Herschel tried unsuccessfully to name his discovery Georgium Sidus after King George III. Instead, the scientific community accepted Bode's suggestion to name it Uranus, the Greek god of the sky. Interesting. And so here are some really great pictures of Uranus. These are some of the ones we saw yesterday as well. And then 10 things you need to know about Uranus right off the bat. It's huge. Uranus is about 4 times wider than Earth. If Earth were a large apple, Uranus would be the size of a basketball. So if you can imagine Earth as an apple and then basketball, that's how you can compare their size. Uranus orbits our sun, a star, and is the 7th planet from the sun at a distance of 1.8 billion miles. It has a shortish day and a longish year. Uranus takes about 17 hours to rotate once. Remember, Earth is 24 hours. And about 84 Earth years to complete one orbit around the sun. So it goes pretty slowly around the sun. It is an ice giant. Most of its mass is a hot, dense fluid of icy materials, water, methane, and ammonia above a small rocky core. It's gassy. Uranus has an atmosphere made mostly of molecular hydrogen and atomic helium with a small amount of methane. Uranus has 27 known moons, and they were named after characters from the works of William Shakespeare and Alexander Pope. Uranus has 13 known rings. The inner rings are narrow and dark, and the outer rings are brightly colored. And Voyager 2 is the only spacecraft to fly by Uranus. No spacecraft has orbited this distant planet to study it at a length or close up. Uranus cannot support life as we know it, and like Venus, Uranus rotates east to west, but Uranus is unique because it rotates on its side. So just like Venus, it goes the opposite way that we spin here on Earth. And so to wrap up our lesson today, we are going to be listening to a Storybot song, which I love Storybot planet songs, about Uranus, just to review some of the facts that we've already learned. So here we go.
I am Uranus and I have 13 rings now. Come sing along and learn about me. Oh, I am Uranus, the 7th planet from the sun. About 17 hours is just one day on me. I have 27 moons named after Shakespeare characters, and I have 13 rings that you can clearly see. About 84 Earth years makes just one Uranian year, and my seasons last about 20 years each.
Whoa, that's crazy. The years last about the seasons, last about 20 years because of how it tilts and spins. That's crazy.
Negative 350 is my average degree, and William Herschel did discover me. sing along and learn about me. 2.9 billion miles is my distance from our sun, and I am an icy giant, it's so cold on me. My atmosphere is mostly made up of the following three: hydrogen, methane, and helium HE. The tilt of my axis is at 98 degrees. It's one of the steepest tilts in our galaxy. Most of my mass is made up of the following three: water, methane, and ammonia, and H3. I am Uranus and I have 13 rings. Now come sing along and learn about me. I'd like to thank you for learning about the planets on this page. Do subscribe to us, please, no matter what your age.
So what you're going to do first grade is you're going to head over to your Seesaw account, and you have an activity in there that I've read to you, and then you are going to fill in facts about Uranus, all right? So I'm excited to read what you guys learned today. So head over to Seesaw and get started. Thanks for listening, first grade. Bye.